Hi, I'm Maggie Weldon from Maggie's Crochet, and this Snowflakes and Afternoon Cotton video is sponsored by Premier Yarns. There are 13 beautiful snowflake patterns available at premieryarns.com, and I'm surrounded by them right here. And they are all made out of Premier Yarns Afternoon Cotton yarn, and some are combined with metallic yarns. And some are made with yarns that you don't typically see for snowflakes, but they're really beautiful, like this one here, and then that blue one up there. So in this video, I'm going to show you the snowflake that's called First Frost Snowflake, and that's the one that you see right here. And Afternoon Cotton comes in 21 colors, and 7 of those colors are solids, and the rest are multicolors. It's a lightweight number 3 cotton. It's 100% mercerized, and these are great for like the snowflakes, for fashions, all kinds of things, and they would work really well for our t-shirt dresses. For this project, you will need 1 skein of Afternoon Cotton, and I used white, and 1 ball will make more than 1, so you can make some for friends and family. And I used an F crochet hook, and then you're going to also need a tapestry needle and spray starch, or if you want to stiffen it with glue, you'll need that. The links to everything are listed below, and let's get started with your lesson. There are several snowflakes available at premieryarns.com, and this is 3 of them here. The one I'll be showing you how to do is First Frost. And then this one right here is called Fern Frost. And this is a combination of Afternoon Cotton and Enchant worked together as 1 strand. It's beautiful. And then the other one here is called Rime Frost. And that's Afternoon Cotton in the color Holiday. So there's other colors available too that would make beautiful snowflakes. So just experiment and try something different with colors for your snowflakes. So I'm going to be using a size E because I tend to crochet loose, and the recommended hook is an F. And I'm using Deborah Norville's wood crochet hook, which is very warm in my hand. I'm leaving like a 5-6 inch end on my starting chain. I make a slip knot, and then I chain. I'm starting at the center here, so there's going to be a hole in the center. I'm going to chain 7. I'm going to move my slip knot up here. So I just take this and chain 7. Like that, and then it says to join with a slip stitch to form a ring. So to do that, I'm going to join in the first chain, and then I'll bring that through here, and then it says chain 3, and that's going to count as my first double crochet, and I'm going to work 2 double crochets into the ring. And I also work on the end around, I work over the end of my starting chain. So I'm working into the ring and over my starting chain at the same time, and I'm going to work 2 double crochets. Another reason why I chose a smaller hook is I want this to come out a little bit tighter than usual, because it will take less stiffening then to make it a more solid piece. So you chain 3 and you work 2 double crochets into the ring just like this, and then you chain 3, and then you work 3 double crochets into the ring 5 times. So I'm going to land up with 6 groups of 3 double crochets, and they're going to be separated by chain 3s. This is really nice yarn to work with. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then chain 3, and then 3 doubles for the last set of 3. Okay, so you end with a chain 3, and then you slip stitch to the beginning chain 3 to join. So here's my beginning chain 3 right here, and I'm going to insert my hook in the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3. I'm going to yarn over, bring that loop out, and bring that through the loop on my hook. So now the other advantage of working over your starting chain is that I can pull that a little bit and tighten that hole in the middle. Okay, now it says to slip stitch to the chain 2 space, or chain 3 space. So you slip stitch in the next double like that, and slip stitch in the next double again, and then slip stitch in the chain 3 space like that. And then you chain 3, and you work 2 doubles, chain 2, and 3 doubles in the same space. And then you chain 2 and work 3 doubles, chain 2, move this. I'm always trying to make sure that there's no distractions here. I try. Okay, so I'm going to chain 2 in between my, it's kind of like a shell, the 3 double crochets, chain 3, 2 and 3 double crochets. Well, I may have done a chain, no, I did chain 2s back here, so they're all chain 2s. So basically in every chain 3 space you're working 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles, then you're working a chain 2 before you go on to the next shell. So you're going to have 6 shells. So it's like this right here. That's the round right there that I'm working on. Okay, chain 2. I'm purposely trying to make this tighter too as I'm crocheting. We've been getting a lot of requests lately for help on tension. A lot of people are too tight when they're crocheting. I used to be that way, but not now. Okay, so now I'm done with round 2. I have 6 groups, like 6 shells that are divided by chain 2 spaces. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the first, to the top of that chain 3, like I did in round 1. Okay, now it says to slip stitch to the chain 2 space, so I'm going to slip stitch in the next 2 doubles. And then into the chain 2 space. And then now I'm going to start round 3. And if you look, round 3 is a lot of picots and chaining. So now I'm going to chain 5. And I'm going to slip stitch in the 5th chain from hook 3 times. So I'm going to do that again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm going to slip stitch in the 5th chain from hook, and that's 3 picots that I just made. And then it says slip stitch in the 3rd slip stitch from hook, which is the base of the 1st picot. So there's 1, 2, 3rd chain from hook, and it's the base of the 1st picot. Like that, and then that forms the little group right there. So next you slip stitch into the chain 2 space, and that triple little group of picots is finished. And then you slip stitch in the next 2 double crochets, and then you chain 11, and you slip stitch in the 5th chain from hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to go right in here. I've been doing this so tight that I have a hard time getting back into my stitches. That's the only problem with doing it tighter. So now I'm going to do 6, and then slip stitch in the 6th chain from hook, and then chain 4, and slip stitch in the 4th chain from hook. Then you see that you have 3 picots there, and then it says slip stitch in the 3rd chain from hook, which is the base of the 1st picot there in that group. And then you chain 6, and then it says to skip the next 2 double crochets. So I worked in this one, so I'm assuming it's this one and that one. And then you slip stitch in that double crochet, and then you slip stitch in the next one and the chain 2 space, and then you start over again. Then you just repeat this 5 times more until you've worked all the way around your snowflake. So the next group you'll do is this shorter group here, and then you'll chain out again until you're all the way around. Then you finish off. And you can leave it this way, or you could spray it with spray starch, or wet the snowflake in glue or liquid starch to stiffen it. So I want to thank you for watching the video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And the links to